Hi, I'm Danny Barnes here, and this is a banjo I designed. Me and my friend Rob Bishline kind of worked on this. It's the Barnes model banjo, and I've been playing it for I guess about 10 years or so. I got the only platinum record I have, or the only sort of award record I have, I got with this banjo, and I played it at the Hollywood Bowl and on the Grand Ole Opry and all kind of different spots. But it's a wood rim banjo. A lot of the bluegrass style banjos have that tone ring, that brass tone ring. So it's a few pounds lighter than a bluegrass banjo, which is a lot of weight off your back, and that's kind of nice. It's a lighter banjo. It has a little bit darker tone because of that, and the scale is a little bit shorter. It's about a half a fret shorter scale wise, which allows me to run slightly thicker strings. So the idea is what I was trying to get at was a banjo that's a little bit darker tone. So up here in this register, it's kind of a softer tone. A little bit softer tone. And also it's designed to be flexible in a lot of ways, and one is that it comes with a pickup. So if you're in a situation where you have to play with drums or a louder band, it comes with a pickup installed, which is nice. And it's a pickup that I think works pretty good. It's mounted in the bridge, and the type of pickups where you put an element under the bridge and then you put the sensor on the coordinator rods sort of turns the whole head into a microphone diaphragm, which is sort of a feedback thing. And they sound good and you can make them work, but this way of getting the sound into the electrical world, I think allows you to have a little bit higher volume if you need that. So it comes pre-installed with the pickup. A couple other things about it. These parts are powder coated, which is a process I like those old motorcycles, and me and my brother are really interested in old bikes, and so this is how they do those old motorcycle frames. Like if you bought an old motorcycle and found it in a barn or something, you wanted to restore it, you take that frame down there and they powder coat it, they vat it and put it, I think it's like acid or something, it takes everything off of it, and then they put it in another giant vat thing that makes metal kind of stick to it, and they put a bunch of like AC voltage in it, and it sort of adheres, it plates it with this stuff. And so the powder coating, it won't chip, and you don't have to polish it, and it's sort of a matte finish. I just kind of like the way that looks. So these, and the builder Rob Bishline can have that done locally where he's at. So it's a little bit more green, I suppose, in that regard. But these parts here, the flange and the stretcher band, are powder coated. A couple other things about it is I fly a lot, and I have to work on the truss rod a lot. Not a lot, but just from going up to Colorado and stuff and back, sometimes the neck will move around on any banjo. And so we put this truss rod cover on a little hinge so you can adjust that without having to hunt down like that tiny screwdriver. And you can see my little barns there. That's my logo, the two barns. And a couple other things we did. Sometimes a lot of new banjos don't have the spikes installed so that you can use a capo. We went ahead and put the spikes in, so when you buy this banjo, it already comes with the spikes pre-installed. Typically, if you buy a new banjo, first thing you got to do is find somebody to put those nails in, and that's not the easiest thing to do, and it's not a really time-consuming job. So a lot of guys don't want to do it, and also if it's off, it's a drag. So it's a little bit tricky to get people to do that properly. So it comes with those little spikes installed, so you can clip the string at the 7th fret and at the 9th fret and stuff. And the other thing that we did with this banjo is on a typical Gibson banjo, the 5th string nut is behind the fret wire. And what I did was we put the 5th string nut in line with the fret wire because I think that makes the intonation on the 5th string a little truer. So we did that as well. And it has like a wood binding. It's a really simple design. These retail for $34.70, and it's a pretty reasonable price for a handmade custom banjo. And it's designed to be very usable, so I can use it if I need to plug in. I can use it. It sounds good. If I can get a pretty convincing bluegrass sound. So it has I get a pretty good bluegrass sound out of it, and you can also, it sounds good playing old time or clawhammer banjo. I play it a lot with my fingers. But I like the way it sounds with the fingers, and it seems to be kind of like a Swiss Army knife banjo. It's usable in a lot of ways, so I've been into it. I'll pick it a little bit more. It's nice that the scale's just a tiny little bit shorter, and I can run those medium gauge strings, but they still feel kind of like light gauge strings, so you can bend them and all that stuff. Anyway, it's been really fun having this banjo. It's also light on your back. And it's also nice, like if I'm playing with another banjo guy, I have a little bit different sound. So it's cool in an arrangement way. But I'll just pick a little bit for you. This tuning, that drop C tuning, and that you can really hear the instrument. It's sort of pitched a little timbrely, just slightly lower. But I play in a band with David Grisman, and what we're learning is that we do a lot of unison stuff and harmony things in this register of the banjo. And I really like the way this thing, it just has a little bit softer sound in this part of the banjo. Playing it for about 10 years, I guess, and I've been really excited about it because it allows me to do all my work, and also it's a little bit easier on my back. Anyway, that's it. The Barnes model.